what? We've got some fun going on in the studio, appearing tonight through Saturday at Side Splitters Comedy Club. He's been featured on Mind of Mencia.
Mind of Dementia.
Sure, why not?
Mencia.
You watched it for 10 minutes and you had no idea what you were doing.
As you can tell, I've never seen that. And
okay.
Comedy Central's live at Gotham.
Hell yeah.
It's Brad Williams.
Hey,
Good morning,
Brad.
Brad.
Hi, by the way, I applaud you not only for doing your best to get down the name of the show, Mind
Yes.
to see it, but most people right when I come into the studio, their first thing that they're very excited is like, we have a midget in studio! Yeah! And they get all excited. I don't know how you did it. You just held back. Good
I've got
for
a lot
you.
of self-control, Brad.
Good for you.
Yes,
I
I do.
mean, many people are very excited. Now, I do feel like I have to say that I am a little person because you can't tell by my voice. You know, I don't come on here like, I'm not doing that, but...
You don't sound like a munchkin.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
you
No, that doesn't happen. But I'm very glad to be here. And you guys are talking about the severe thunderstorms.
Yeah.
That's fine. I could deal with that. I was in Connecticut last week. They got 3 feet of snow the week I was there. 3 feet of snow. I am 4 feet tall. That's terrifying. Everyone's
I never
all
thought about
happy.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone there was excited. We got 3 feet of snow and it's March. Isn't this exciting? Maybe for you. If you walk around and trip and fall, your knee gets wet. I trip and fall, I die. That's not fun. I literally had to go to the sporting goods store and buy one of those neon orange, bicycle flags. And I, duct taped it to my back. So I was just walking around with the flag waving all over the place. Telling people, hey, if this flag stops waving, you start digging. That's the rule. Jeez.
Well, you know, you came in and you said you call yourself a midget. I thought
Sure.
that was not politically correct.
Right.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I'm cool with it. But a lot of little people are not cool with it. In fact, a lot of them don't like me because I...
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, I got protested.
You did?
Yeah, I did a show in Detroit, Michigan, and I showed up to do my show, and there's 24 midgets out front of my show.
No.
Yeah, with picket signs and everything. Well, they weren't picket signs, they were 3x5 cards. They were there, and then, I didn't know they were there, then the news is there, they're covering it, they're like, Mr. Williams, how do you feel? Your own people hate you. Any thoughts on today's protest? I'm like, I don't know, they're midgets, nobody saw. I think a Mini Cooper drove up and blocked me. But they came up to me and they're like, we don't like your show because you say the word midget. And I said, okay, well, what's wrong with that? They're like, well, midget's a derogatory term. People hear the word midget, they don't think of a normal human being. They think of a fantastical character you might find in a Disney movie. We need a more mature word. I was like, okay, like what? Like dwarf. Are you kidding me? That's better. I'm sorry. Dwarf to me, that's when you start thinking of happy, sleepy, dopey, squirty.
Yeah.
You hear dwarf, you think I'm on Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna walk on like, what's my plaza? No, midget's fine. Midget's nice.
Okay.
It flows. It almost sounds French. You know, like my friend, he's a midget. Sounds like something you find at Target. But whatever. And then, so I made that argument to them, and then they said to me one of the most idiotic statements I've ever heard in my entire life. They look at me and say, Brad, this just shows how truly ignorant you really are, because don't you know, when you call a dwarf a midget, it's the exact same as calling a black person the N-word.
Really?
I said, midget, please. No! That's not the same!
Come on!
Not even close to the same.
Yeah.
N-word. Terrible word.
Right.
Terrible word. That's why they call it the N-word. They don't
Right.
call it the M-word. They don't say that. You know what I mean? It's just like, and the N-word is a terrible reference to a time where black people, unfortunately, at one point in this country, were slaves. Midgets, never slaves. Because we would have been the worst slaves on the planet. Slave, fetch me that jar. Hey, second shelf, boss, you're still... Yeah, so you can't say that. So a lot of them aren't really big fans of me, but you know what I found out recently though is a lot of disabled people come to my shows because they think like I'm kind of like their spokesman or something.
Right.
Okay.
It's great. I had a dude. I was in Connecticut last weekend, and he came to my show, and he had no legs, and like none. And I'm looking at him, and I'm making him laugh, and then after the show, he says one of the greatest things I've ever heard. He comes up to me and says, Brad, I really needed to laugh this week because I just went through a divorce. And I go, oh wow, you got divorced? And she goes, and he says, yeah. That chick got half of everything.
Oh.
I laughed for 10 minutes. I couldn't, this is so funny. He didn't even realize why it was funny. He just said it. And I'm just like, you don't realize why that's funny? Oh, it was so good. But the whole thing is I even made jokes about him during the show, and a lot of people were like not wanting to laugh.
Uncomfortable?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's when you have to laugh. Because the worst thing you could do to anyone that has a difference or a disability is ignore that person. Don't do that. Come up, say what's up. Because if you don't talk, that's when you don't learn something. And then when your kid sees me at the mall and says, "Mommy, what's wrong with him?" You look at your kid and say something dumb like, "He didn't eat his vegetables." I don't know. So you laugh. I've seen it happen. Yeah. So
this is what's going to happen to you.
Oh yeah, exactly. I've had that. The best though, I like white kids. I don't like them because they've always been taught, don't say anything, Trevor, you might offend somebody.
Yeah.
So when the kid sees me, he doesn't know what to do, but he ends up just pointing and gasping, just like, ah! Like one of those. So the mom grabs him by the head, don't look, honey, he's special. And then, but the best by far are the black kids. Oh my God, I love them. Because for some reason, in the black communities, they don't have like that filter of like, you might not be able to say that. So the black kid sees me, he just runs up like, "Aye! Hey! What the hell is wrong with you?" And you think the dad's gonna be offended. No, dad's right behind you. Yeah, what the heck is that?